Hello, Los Angeles Lakers fan. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. The rumors started the way these things always do in Los Angeles, with whispers turning into a roar before anyone could really trace the first spark. Kevin Durant arriving to the Lakers was not treated like a quiet transaction behind closed doors, but like a cinematic entrance, full of lights, cameras, and the kind of energy that only Hollywood can manufacture. People close to the situation swear that the moment his name became linked to the purple and gold, the city shifted its mood. It felt less like a basketball move and more like a cultural event, the kind that makes fans refresh their feeds nonstop and talk shows stretch every sentence for dramatic effect. In this speculative narrative, Durant does not just land at the training facility. He arrives surrounded by celebration, music, and a sense that something historic might be unfolding. Teammates are said to be smiling wider, staff members walking a little faster, and fans gathering outside just to feel part of the moment. It is painted as a welcome that signals ambition, a message that the Lakers are not content with nostalgia alone. Even in rumor form, the idea of Durant stepping into that spotlight feels massive, as if the franchise itself straightened its shoulders and reminded everyone that it still knows how to command attention. What makes this story so captivating is not only the imagined arrival, but the symbolism attached to it. Kevin Durant joining the Lakers is framed as a merging of two powerful narratives, one being a superstar scorer with a reputation for effortless offense, and the other being a franchise built on glamour and expectation. According to The Buzz, the celebration around his arrival was less about fireworks and more about statements. Every handshake, every smile, every camera angle supposedly whispered that this was a calculated move toward dominance. Fans speculate that Durant was greeted by legends, current stars, and influential figures, all eager to welcome him into a lineage that includes some of the most iconic names the sport has ever seen. The chatter suggests that Durant himself embraced the moment, understanding exactly what it means to wear that jersey. In these rumors, he is calm, yet energized, aware that this stage amplifies everything. The celebration becomes a ritual of acceptance, almost a coronation, where expectations are laid gently on his shoulders but felt heavily by everyone watching. As the narrative continues to unfold in online conversations and studio debates, the focus shifts to how Durant's presence would reshape the Lakers' identity. Speculation paints a picture of practices filled with renewed intensity, where the sound of the ball hitting the floor carries extra purpose. The arrival party is described as a bridge between eras, connecting past glory with present hunger. People talk about how Durant's shooting gravity would stretch defenses, how his experience in high-pressure environments would influence younger players, and how his calm demeanor could steady a locker room that thrives on emotion. None of this is confirmed, of course, but the rumor thrives on possibility. The celebration becomes the first chapter in a story fans are already writing in their heads, imagining clutch moments, iconic photos, and the echo of cheers inside the arena. It is less about what has happened and more about what could happen, fueled by the simple image of Kevin Durant smiling under bright lights, draped in Lakers colors. There is also a sense that this rumored arrival party was designed to send a message beyond the fan base. Around the league, executives, players, and commentators are imagined to be watching closely, reading between the lines of every leaked detail. The Lakers, in this speculative telling, are reminding everyone that they remain a destination for the game's biggest names. Kevin Durant, choosing to be part of that story, is framed as validation. The celebration is not just for him, but for the franchise itself, reinforcing its ability to attract elite talent even in a constantly shifting landscape. Rumors suggest that conversations during the festivities were forward-looking, centered on goals, chemistry, and the shared understanding that expectations in Los Angeles are never modest. The mood is said to be confident rather than arrogant, a quiet assurance that the pieces are falling into place. Whether this is reality or fantasy, the The story resonates because it aligns with what fans want to believe about their team. Another layer of intrigue comes from how Durant's personality is rumored to blend with the Lakers' environment. He is often described as someone who loves the game deeply, sometimes misunderstood, but always committed to his craft. In the whispers surrounding the celebration, he is portrayed as engaged, asking questions, listening carefully, and already visualizing how he fits into the system. This detail feeds the narrative that his arrival is not a superficial splash, but a thoughtful move. The celebration, then, is less about excess and more about connection. Fans imagine moments where Durant shares laughs with teammates, exchanges knowing looks with coaches, and acknowledges the weight of the jersey he is about to wear. The speculation suggests that this human element is what makes the story believable. It is not just about star power, but about alignment, about the feeling that this could actually work in a meaningful way. By the time the rumors reach their peak, the arrival party itself almost fades into the background, becoming a symbol rather than the main event. What lingers is the sense of anticipation that now surrounds the Lakers. Kevin Durant's name attached to the franchise sparks endless debates, highlight real fantasies, and emotional reactions from fans and critics alike. The celebration is remembered as the moment hope crystallized, when imagination took over and the future felt wide open. Even without confirmation, the story has already done its job. It has energized conversations, boosted confidence, and reminded everyone why basketball rumors can feel as thrilling as the games themselves. In Los Angeles, that feeling is amplified, and with Durant at the center of it, the speculation feels almost irresistible. As the rumor continues to circulate, the conversation naturally turns toward what this imagined partnership could look like once the initial celebration settles into routine. Kevin Durant in a Lakers uniform invites endless theorizing about style, rhythm, and leadership. People speak as if they can already hear the bounce of the ball during late-night workouts, see the quiet focus on Durant's face as he refines his shot, and feel the competitive tension rise during internal scrimmages. The arrival party becomes a launching point for these fantasies, a moment that signaled the start of something larger. In this speculative world, coaches are said to be excited by the versatility Durant brings, envisioning lineups that can adapt to any opponent. Teammates reportedly feel a mix of respect and motivation, knowing that practicing alongside a player of his caliber raises the standard for everyone. The rumor paints the Lakers facility as buzzing with energy, where even mundane routines feel charged because of the possibilities ahead. Another aspect fans love to explore is how the spotlight in Los Angeles might influence Durant's legacy. The celebration welcoming him is described as warm but demanding, a reminder that adoration in this city comes with relentless scrutiny. Speculation suggests Durant understands this better than most, having played under intense media attention before. The narrative frames him as ready for the challenge, viewing the Lakers stage not as a burden, but as an opportunity to redefine how he is remembered. In these rumors, conversations during the festivities touched on history, on banners hanging from rafters, and on the responsibility of adding to that tradition. The idea is that Durant did not shy away from this weight, but embraced it. Fans latch onto this image because it satisfies a desire to see stars rise to the moment rather than avoid it. The celebration thus becomes symbolic of commitment, a public acknowledgement that expectations are part of the deal. The speculative talk also dives into the chemistry between Durant and the established voices within the locker room. Observers imagine subtle interactions during the welcome event, shared jokes, strategic discussions, and mutual respect forming in real time. The rumors suggest that leadership on this team would not be about one dominant voice, but a blend of experience and perspective. Durant's calm confidence is imagined to complement the Lakers' culture, balancing intensity with composure. This idea excites fans who believe that harmony is just as important as talent. The celebration is portrayed as the first test of that chemistry, a social environment where personalities mesh or clash. In this telling, everything clicks. The mood is relaxed yet focused, hinting that the group understands what is at stake. Whether real or imagined, this harmony becomes a cornerstone of the rumor's appeal. Beyond the locker room, the impact of Durant's rumored arrival is said to ripple through the fan base in dramatic fashion. Social media chatter, watch parties, and late-night debates are imagined to spike as supporters dissect every rumored detail of the celebration. Some fans picture themselves outside the arena, others replaying old highlights and envisioning new ones in their minds. The Lakers community, known for its passion, is described as unified by a shared sense of excitement. Even skeptics are drawn into the conversation, questioning fit and strategy while secretly intrigued. The celebration acts as a catalyst, turning abstract trade talk into something tangible and emotional. In rumor form, it reminds fans why they invest so much feeling into the team. It is not just about wins or losses, but about moments that make them feel connected to something bigger. Analysts, at least in the speculative narrative, begin framing the Lakers differently once Durant is in the picture. The celebration welcoming him is interpreted as a declaration of intent, a signal that the organization is pushing its chips forward. Conversations shift from cautious optimism to bold projections, even if everyone acknowledges that it is still just talk. The rumor thrives on contrast between what is known and what is dreamed. Durant's arrival party becomes a reference point, a moment analysts return to when discussing mindset and momentum. It is described as polished but authentic, flashy but purposeful. This balance is what makes the story resonate. It feels like something the Lakers would do, and something Durant would appreciate. The speculation gains credibility through familiarity, even without confirmation. Ultimately, the enduring power of this rumor lies in how vividly it allows people to imagine the future. Kevin Durant arriving with celebration at the Lakers is more than a headline. It is a canvas for hopes, fears, and debates. The story does not need official statements or press releases to feel alive. It survives on shared imagination, on the collective thrill of wondering what could be. As long as fans keep talking, replaying the imagined scenes, and arguing over the details, the rumor remains relevant. It captures the essence of sports fandom, where belief often matters as much as reality. In that sense, the celebration welcoming Durant is already successful because it has ignited passion, curiosity, and a sense of possibility that defines why people fall in love with the game in the first place. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, the rumor does not slow down as it spreads. Instead, it evolves, gaining new layers each time it is retold. In these imagined extensions of the story, people begin to focus on the emotional undertone of Kevin Durant's arrival celebration with the Lakers. It is said to have felt less like a formal introduction and more like a reunion that had been waiting to happen. Speculation paints Durant walking through familiar corridors, absorbing the banners, the history, and the silent pressure that comes with it. Fans imagine that during the festivities, there were moments of reflection, quiet pauses where Durant acknowledged internally what this step could mean for his career. The Lakers' environment, rich with legacy, is rumored to have resonated with him in a deeper way than expected. This narrative suggests that the celebration was not loud for the sake of noise, but meaningful in its symbolism. Every smile, every gesture, every exchanged word is exaggerated in the minds of fans searching for signs of destiny. The story becomes less transactional and more emotional, feeding the idea that this move could represent alignment between ambition and opportunity. In rumor form, it feels poetic, as if the timing itself had a purpose beyond strategy. As the speculation matures, attention turns to how this arrival celebration might influence the mindset of the entire organization. In whispered conversations, insiders supposedly describe a shift in confidence, a renewed belief that the Lakers are once again setting the tone rather than reacting to the league. Kevin Durant's presence at the center of that celebration is imagined as a spark that reignites competitive fire across all levels of the franchise. Coaches are rumored to feel validated in their vision, front office members reassured in their boldness, and players inspired to elevate their preparation. Fans imagine that the celebration carried subtle messages about accountability and standards, communicated without speeches or slogans. The idea is that Durant's reputation alone enforces discipline, that his work ethic silently challenges everyone around him. This layer of the rumor appeals to those who believe championships are built on culture as much as talent. The arrival party becomes a metaphor for a turning point where confidence replaces doubt. Even if none of it is confirmed, the story persists because it aligns with what supporters want to feel, that their team is moving with purpose and clarity. In the end, the longevity of this rumor rests on how naturally it fits into the mythology of the Lakers. Kevin Durant arriving with celebration feels like a chapter that could belong in the franchise's long history of star power and spectacle. Fans retell the story as if it already happened, filling in details with imagination and emotion. The celebration becomes a shared memory that exists even without proof, strengthened by repetition and belief. This is the magic of sports speculation, where narrative often outruns reality. Durant, in this story, is not just a player changing teams, but a symbol of renewed ambition. The Lakers, once again, are framed as the center of the basketball universe, capable of attracting greatness and amplifying it. As long as people continue to talk about that imagined arrival, replaying the scenes and debating their meaning, the rumor will live on. It feeds hope, fuels conversation, and keeps fans emotionally invested. And in the world of sports media, that is sometimes just as powerful as anything that actually happens on the court. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.